What's up, everybody? It's Nick from MMA Pixels here with DeMarcus Bang 'em Up Brown. He's got a big matchup coming up April 22nd, California Cage Wars against Juan Rivas. How you doing, DeMarcus?
I'm pretty good, man. How about you?
I'm doing great, man. I went and watched some fights this weekend. Just getting back into it, getting excited for this weekend's
Oh
fights.
yeah, who'd you watch?
Local California fighting championship in Sonora. I was
Uh,
able to record it. It's up on my channel if you want to watch
I'll,
it.
I'll watch it after this.
Right on. I appreciate it. So, you fight this weekend. How's training going?
Training's good, man. Everything's been going smoothly throughout the training camp. I've been dropping weight really good, working my best at my wrestling, and just been getting better so far. So there's camp's been going smoothly. That's all I can say about it.
Is there anything differently about this camp that you've doing or that you didn't do in the past?
Yes, lots of wrestling, like lots of wrestling. Like one of my weaknesses has been my wrestling. So, I've been really focused this camp on wrestling a lot and getting better. So, it's going to show in this fight
Who have you been working with the wrestling with?
with Paul Herrera out in Huntington Beach. Paul and Tiki Gashin.
Right on. Are you strictly wrestling, or are you mixing
No,
in
I've
some
been I've been
striking?
still I've been still doing my stand up and all that stuff, but mainly I've been doing a lot of wrestling just because I want to get better in that aspect of the game. You have to be good at everything in the sport, and it's hard just being one dimensional.
Your last fight, you fought at Bellator 193 against Joshua Jones. You lost by a submission. Is that when you decided that you needed more wrestling training?
Uh, yeah. Well, I had just joined uh Paul Herrera and Tiki over at Huntington Beach Ultimate Training Center when I got offered that fight, and when Bellator comes around, you take that fight. So I had just started working on my wrestling and make steps to get better at my wrestling, and then I took that fight, and obviously he was a really good wrestler, and so he got the W in that fight, and he followed his game plan and did a good job. So hats off to him.
Most people consider Bellator one of the top organizations. Was there anything different for you, like fighting for that promotion, than a smaller promotion?
Oh yeah, Bellator, they're just professional about everything. They're always professional in what they do. They have everything. They have a set schedule for everything. They expect you to follow it, and then if you do that, things go smoothly. And there's nothing really bad I can say. It's just very, you know, it's very structured, as people would say.
You prefer the structure?
Yeah, as a professional fighter, you like that, because you like to have everything set and people know what they're doing. So it just makes it easier on you, especially fight week when you have to cut weight and all this other stuff going on. So it definitely makes things a lot easier.
Do you cut a lot of weight?
I usually cut from like 163 to 145, so not really a ton of weight. I just diet in between during the camp, and then I try to get to like 5 pounds within week of, and then I just cut that right out.
So what's your diet like right now? It is Tuesday and you fight this Saturday.
Well, right now I'm still eating 3 meals a day, but very very light portions. Drinking a lot of water. I'm usually drinking this week. I'll be drinking 2 gallons. I've drank like a gallon and a half today. I drink 2 gallons of water. You know, yet today I drank three yesterday. Trying to water load a little bit so it could be easy to cut this 5 pounds off.
And then when you go to, I guess, to sweat that water out, how do you do that? Do you go running or you get in the sauna or something?
It depends. I can usually do all or just do one. I could go sit in a sauna, but I would rather run and sit in the sauna, probably a hot tub or something like that, and then get all that weight off.
And then after you weigh in, what's your go-to food?
I usually like pastas, but I don't usually eat. I don't eat up to an hour after weigh-ins. I got to get all my fluids back in me first. I get all my fluids back in me, make sure my stomach's set, and then I eat. If I tried to eat right away, right after, I wouldn't be able to eat anything.
You just don't have the energy.
Well, you. it's just your stomach. It's like your stomach so shrunken up and stuff like that. It takes a little time for you to be able. Once you get that food in there, it's gonna expand. It's gonna it's gonna expand. And you're gonna feel full after 2 bites.
You've had a total of 21 fights, amateur, professional mixed in there. Uh, over time, you've gotten better at this weight cutting.
Oh yeah, definitely, of course. My my first few fights, I was missing weight because I didn't know what the hell to do. I've never cut weight in my life. Even I never really played sports as a kid or anything like that, so I never really had to deal with the weight problem or anything like that. So it was definitely a new experience for me. But 21 fights in now, it's like it's getting there.
Right. I think that's something that's ingrained in the wrestling culture.
Oh yeah, of course. All these wrestlers, man, they're pros. They couldn't wait, and they can do it like nothing.
So, like I said, you had 21 fights. When you got into this back in 2014, you had your first amateur fight. Did you have a number like, oh, I'm going to fight 50 times? Or because to me, 21 seems already like a lot.
Yeah, it is. Like I've definitely done a lot in this small amount of time that I've been fighting. But when I got in, I didn't necessarily have a number. I just knew I wanted to fight, and I wanted to fight a lot. I want to be in the UFC, and the only thing I can do until I get there is fight. So I just get as many fights as I can, win as many fights as I can, and then get there when I get there.
And
No, go ahead.
who are some of your training partners?
Uh, well, when I first got into the game, I was training at Fight Syndicate MMA out in Marietta, California, and then I had a few training partners there. They were my guys, and now I train at Huntington Beach Ultimate Training Center. I train with a few guys. Jeffrey Glossener fights for LFA. Chet Congo, Rampage, and all those guys. Uh, I don't really go too much with those. They're too big for me. So But they're there training with us, giving knowledge and everything. So I appreciate it a lot from them.
Right on. You have any sponsors helping you out for this fight coming up?
I have a few. I kind of been going under like a whole remodeling thing going on with my fight career. So I've got a few new sponsors and a few old ones. I got what No Roids Required is a clothing company. Uh, Also, who else do I have? It's really about all that I have right now.
Right on.
I'm not really looking for too many sponsors for this fight. Probably the next one.
And where can the fans connect with you on social media?
You guys can get at me on my Instagram at IBangEmUp or on Facebook as DeMarcus Brown. I'm usually on Instagram, so hit me up there.
Where'd you get that nickname from? Bang 'em up.
I don't know. My first fight, I was like, they were like, "What's your nickname gonna be?" And I was like, I had been thinking about it for a few days, and I was like, "Bang 'em up sounds good," And it just sounded so good going together, and I just stuck with it. And I kind of branded myself off of that name. I use it for everything.
Do you have tickets still available?
I have a few tickets left, so if anybody wants to get any, just let me know. Contact me on my Instagram at IBangEmUp, and I can get you some tickets. They're only $35.
Right on. I appreciate your time, DeMarcus. April 22nd, California Cage Wars. DeMarcus Bang 'em up Brown against Juan Rivas. It's going down, everybody.
Thank you for the interview, my man.